I'm pausing Mario Kart for this. I better see
logging on
bloodshed.
to, Google.
We'll see.
Excellent. So, a recap from last time. Last time that we had our adventurers, they had just gotten into the city, and they had gotten settled in. It was the day after they had, I believe it was the day after they had,
Yes, you're correct.
arrived, and they were doing shopping and doing some exploring of the town to figure out where they were and what they needed to do. Amongst these things, Luke, our very, very, very dexterous half-elf, stumbled into the library
Excuse you, I
by
am not a
total luck.
half-elf. I
You're
am
a
not
half-elf.
half-elf.
You stumbled
No, I
into
am
the...
not.
You're full elf. You are an elf. You stumbled into that.
I'm
You
elf.
stumbled into that. Whatever you are, you stumbled into that library.
through the
And
door
Quite
with
literally
grace and
tripped through the
beauty.
door.
yeah,
I stumbled
Grace,
through the door with grace
humility.
and beauty.
yes. Through the
As per
library
usual.
door, talked with the librarian there, and got the little mini side quest of finding an elemental. Whereas, Amoxicillin, Ella, and Lady Aria all went to the town hall and spoke with the lord of the town. Since it is medieval-ish, there are no mayors and all that. It's just the lord and the lord's house. People that actually own the land. In this case, it's the house of the Morning Lord. Spoke with her, got notification that there is someone going about stabbing people. More notably, people that are getting away with, because some towns are drawing lots to keep the, drawing lots and sacrificing people to the cold to keep the, Frost Maiden pleased enough not to kill everyone faster. In this case, most of the people that are showing up are people that probably should have been on the ballots, but whose names have never come up on them. There, you are all headed towards the North Look, further up north, near the North Gate, right next to the North Gate, to speak with the mercenary that stormed out of the town hall, and which prompted the entire conversation about the stabbings and killings and murder. So we have all grouped up in the town square. It is later in the day, so time is starting to wind down for the night before it becomes the basically the area is perpetual twilight. Twilight and darkness. It only ever gets towards it only gets as bright as dusk, then it goes to twilight after 5 to 6 hours, and then it's just dark nighttime the rest of the day. In this case, it is starting to get dark again. So, you can all start heading. In this case, you were all heading, planning on heading there when we had last left off.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you all still headed towards the North Look?
I might break if everyone else wants to head over to the North Look. I might break off and go talk to the blacksmiths, because I remember we had
Excellent.
I remember that there was
yeah.
a problem with them.
Yes, the
and I want to,
blacksmiths.
and I could, I could always use a little an extra knife or two. I have a
Excellent.
couple,
We were
but
also looking for a spirit, right?
Yes.
oh yeah,
You,
that might be a
you
good place
have
to
a
find an
lamp
elemental too.
That will you have a lamp that when the spirit is within 30 feet will light up. Not spirit, an elemental is within 30 feet. It will light up. It will turn green, but only if it's in 30 feet, and it does not do anything beyond that. It won't point you in the right direction.
Right. So
I'm gonna
I
say,
think if
weren't
I
we...
we were
weren't
like
we
holding the lamp out as we
Yeah.
were walking, I think.
As you were walking, you were trying to keep an eye out. Well,
I was
your
gonna
dog
say,
showed up.
wasn't...
My
I
cat
was
showed up.
gonna I was gonna say, wasn't weren't we gonna do something first? I feel like I forgot what we discussed before because I don't think
So
I
at the
wrote it down.
very end, we had all met up in the town square and kind of started heading towards the Northlook Tavern. I had suggested we stop by the blacksmiths because I think that's something that would be something good to check out real quick, just to see if we can help them out.
Right.
Since with their
Oh,
cargo
right.
getting stolen. And I also revealed that there's the potential of a changeling,
Right.
who also could
Yeah.
potentially
Right,
be
I
the
forgot about that. I forgot you had revealed that. Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
because
Imagine the DM forgetting things.
Wow.
so if you guys like really quick recap
Like
since
DM
it's
is
been a
human,
while.
too.
Since it's been a while, and I do actually have this all in my notes. So I revealed that the reason we got stuck in this town and in this place is because I was thinking about my late husband who had passed away and who was murdered potentially by a changeling, and this very changeling I had heard rumors was in this area, and so that's how we ended up going through the portal and ending up here instead of wherever we were supposed to go, because I had not been focused on our actual destination, and that's how the portals work, is you have to be focused on them. And so I revealed that we potentially have a changeling running around, and they could or couldn't, they may or may not be the murderer, and they could just be a random person on the street, but we should probably keep an eye out and make sure that we have at least some sort of code word or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that was about it. So, and just a reminder for the changelings, they don't possess their own face. They take the form and the voice of any other humanoid race. And they cannot replicate any powers, spells, or spellcasting abilities.
Yes.
Right.
They're very limited on what they can do
They're
in terms
muggles.
of that. Well put. Very well put.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well
So we're
put.
stopping by the blacksmiths before we head to the mercenary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say we do
because,
that.
Let's do that.
according to the Lord, the blacksmiths had
Technically,
a
wouldn't-
shipment that was recently nabbed. A shipment of iron.
I'm gonna say technically, wouldn't she be a lady?
Lady is lady lord. Yeah. Anyways,
So-
not to be dismissive, but that is not an important that's not an important thing right now.
Potato,
Not an
tomato.
important detail.
Restop, they wouldn't
Not an
know, but they
important
won't be
detail.
able to copy like memories or things
Okay.
like that. So it's
Anyways.
just the entire
We are
appearance
all
is all it
headed
copies.
towards the blacksmiths, correct?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yep, sounds good.
And the
So yeah, so it's
that
just
will put us
appearance.
all
Raysoft.
Here. Around
Yes.
this little house right here. Please
Cool,
forgive me.
we
I
moved-
am
we
several
moved, like,
weeks
5
out of
inches.
practice
Practice.
with doing
It's okay.
this. So,
Yeah, we've all been busy. It's okay.
Like riding a bike.
let's pull up.
Well, I'm quite ready. Shall we head in? Because I'm sure it's much warmer in there than it is out here.
Probably.
Excellent. So, in the blacksmith's tavern, it is still cold, but it is warmer than it is outside. The cold penetrates everything. There's even a slight bit of frost across the floor because the floor itself is stone. But it's not blisteringly cold outside as it is everywhere else. Inside, there is a group of 3 dwarves. They're all working in various functions around the forge, and they're all still dressed in cold weather clothing. The one at the desk nods to you as you enter, and they are. She greets you, getting the proper name so I don't mess this up. Welcome to Black Iron Blades. We are little bit out, a little bit less in stock. We had issues recently, so we still have things in stock, but there might be a delay if you have a specific thing in mind of getting, depending on what it's made out of. How can I help you today?
While we were here, we heard that you had some trouble with your cart not too long ago, and we wanted to see if there's anything we could do to help.
Well, we were tasked with taking with me and a group, in this case, my companions back here, were tasked with taking iron from the mountains themselves. We're part of the group of the Bowhammer clan. Recently, it's whole thing. We've got mines up there, nice and warm on the ground.
Ah.
But we were taking the sled back to town when we were surprised
Ambush?
by a Yeti.
Oh
A
dear.
Yeti.
Yeah, they're not uncommon in these parts, especially since it's gotten super cold. But it tore a couple of us from limb to limb.
Oh dear. I'm so sorry
are
for your
the-
loss.
Last
Yeah.
3. And it is not great. So we are willing to, like, it's been a day or two since we lost that shipment. And we're gonna assume it's underneath snow at this point, because Yetis have. I really hope that Yeti doesn't have a taste for iron. But it is not great. If you could bring it into town for us, that'd be great. I'm pretty sure that but you can help with that.
Well, we would be happy to try and help you out in any way we can. I do apologize. Perhaps we could strike a little bit of a deal. If we get if we can go get your shipment, I'm sure you have been around this town for quite a while. Perhaps we're looking for a little bit of information is all. Perhaps you could help us out too.
Right. Absolutely. So we would be willing to make it anything you want from the shipment of iron.
That would be lovely.
Big or small, and beyond that, lifetime 10% off in the shop. Make it easier on you for dragging it all the way into town. It's right now it's necessary. We already let the clan know about it. We sent a messenger and a message that way, but it's gonna be a while before they can get up here and find it.
Of course,
given
of
the weather
course.
and the danger.
Yeah, makes sense.
So,
Well,
it's gonna take a bit. If you can get it here before then, again, anything you want out of iron, and the 10%.
Yes, of course. That sounds like a lovely deal. You just point us in the right direction. Give us a rough why don't you give us a rough idea of where you were attacked, and we'll go and investigate for you.
So, she is going to look around, and do you have a map on you of the area? Here,
I don't believe we do.
All right.
Is that something we would
She'll
have?
look underneath and then lean over and shout something in Dwarvish over her shoulder. The one of the other two that's in visible range will put down the piece of iron and the hammer and pull up the the goggles and then look around. After a couple minutes, he'll bring a map up front. It is covered in soot and grubby fingerprints and all of that because it has been in the blacksmith shops. But she
Makes sense.
she shuffles around underneath and pulls out a piece of chalk and will draw a circle around in the area. It was around this area, but again, the weather being as it is, it might be hard to find because it could be buried underneath snow.
Of course, of course.
But we did
sorry.
have a couple of polar bears that was helping with pulling it, but they were not tied up. We cut them loose. They might be in the area if you can find them. Otherwise, I would be careful. If they haven't eaten, a hungry bear is a hungry bear.
Of course, of course.
Oh dear.
Don't lose your fingers. So.
Oh, honey, I've already got more than enough fingers.
Concerning. Moving on.
That is a little concerning. Excuse me.
Excellent.
I was also going to say, doesn't one of us speak Dwarvish? Or
No, I just checked that. I speak Gnomish and I speak what was it? I speak Gnomish and I speak Druidic. I don't speak Dwarvish.
I'm checking.
Also, another break. I thought it was goblins, not a yeti.
In this case, that's.
Well, now it's a
Yeti.
yeti.
You surprised them. Yeah. Yeti. Not goblins.
It's a yeti now.
Yeti.
I'm perhaps the
Or
lord of the
both.
town. Maybe wasn't entirely sure what was done. She seems quite.
Probably not.
I must say, it seems like you would think that she would do a
Been a
little more to
week.
protect
A
such
lot
an
can
important
happen in a
shipment.
week.
It's always a yeti.
Exactly.
Always the Yetis. The Yetis you gotta be careful of. She will turn and shout a couple more things in Dwarvish. And out of the back, a dwarf will lean over the corner, like leaning back in his chair to look around the corner. Now, if you remember from the shop from before, the furniture shop, the dwarf
oh
with
dear.
Oh,
a
yeah.
white beard.
Yeah.
This is another dwarf. Now his beard isn't as long, but it is still stark white. He looks as if he shoved his face into the snow outside and then shaped it into like a tidy beard in front of him. He will look
And
at
they were
you
brothers.
and sort of adjust his glasses, study you for a little bit, and then go back to his thing.
Not quite
They
as
were
talkative as the
brothers.
furniture store guy.
No, it's not him, but it would take you a minute to go, yeah, no, that's not the same dwarf, but God, that's an old dwarf. Anyway, but yeah, that little recap, out of voice, because that voice makes my throat hurt. It is... Sled is somewhere on the mountains. You have a general direction as to where you're supposed to go. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, hold on.
okay.
Sorry, my cat squeaked directly behind me. I don't know if my microphone picked that up.
No,
No, it's fine.
Squeaked and
Maya is
rolled onto her
also
back.
making noises. Let me pick her up real quick.
She squeaked and rolled onto her back. So
Aw.
that surprised me.
Does
I
anyone
was taken off
have?
guard.
Oh, here's a So can I ask the dwarf a question before we leave?
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm afraid
Jeez.
I'm afraid I come from a slightly warmer place than this, and I've not really encountered a yeti. And I don't. Are they? What are? Could you tell us a little more about them so we know what we're getting into?
Yeah, they're not fun. Let me see. Is this me? Yeah.
Sorry to make you do the voice again.
No, this is me, buying time as I pull up the Yeti sheet so that I know how big they are. Oh god. No, they don't. They don't say how big they are.
Just do
Okay,
a rough
here we go.
estimate.
Yeah. So they're pretty. Oh god. She'll cough and clear her throat. They're not great.
Can I roll for knowledge?
Yeah, you can roll for knowledge if you have like any idea. Like you can make a general guess as to like.
Yeah, because I've been adventuring for like 2 years or so.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you haven't. I wouldn't think you would reach the point where it was so cold you had Yetis wandering around.
true, but I could have
Well,
like
I mean,
read. I could have like
yeah, I
read
was gonna say, you
something
could've read it in the book.
Yeah.
or heard some knowledge.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, don't you have like animal knowledge or something?
Well, I don't think Yeti's an animal technically.
I like.
Sure.
Let me.
Raceapple, that's really good. I don't think gorillas exist in this world.
Where is my? Thing?
Where
Here's my
doth
thing.
I roll? The cube
Where doth be
of
my
numbers?
dice? Would it be like would it be like nature or knowledge? What would it?
Let's go for a nature check. Yeah, we'll go for a nature
okay.
check.
They're more like you know, like
14.
Bigfoot
Wow,
and
that
Mothman, you know.
Not
Blowing
bad.
what I wanted to have you out of the water. So you did read
Pressure's on.
a picture. You did read a thing of it, and you remember that their dwarves on average are about 4 feet tall, roughly 3 to 4 feet tall. Yetis clock in on average 8 feet tall. They're about twice the size of dwarves in both size, height, and stature. They are big, real big things, and they're really nasty. They, for the most part, they're somewhat territorial. They don't so as go hunting for people to fight.
They're just.
But
they just
they,
want to keep themselves safe.
They keep themselves safe unless you're within the area and they're out hunting, because you're smaller than it. Therefore, you're huntable. They will find you. They do a lot to themselves to hide. They've got a lot of fur, and most of it is white. So they will hide in the snow and wait for something to come along, especially if it's near like a path. They will come out and just absolutely tear into it. But if they're out wandering on their own, if you don't bother them, they don't bother you. So,
Right. Okay.
if you had to take a guess as to what happened,
They probably just
got
came into
super
their
unlucky
areas.
and got into a hunting yeti's range.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Let me get my little voice on. So they're mostly territorial. So
yeah, they're big, real big.
yeah, so they're like twice my height.
Yeah.
So you probably just got unlucky.
Yeah,
'Cause
you could say that.
they don't attack people normally.
Yeah, but this one showed up. Yay!
Do you normally?
Yeah.
I don't
Were you taking a normal route, or maybe did you get?
Yeah, we were taking the normal route.
Huh.
You might
Nice.
want to think of changing the route.
Yeah,
'cause
we've
that seems
already
like
tried
it's
to drop
a
plans for it.
area.
Just that was our only sled, so we can't do much.
Yeah, I see.
And I, for one, am not hauling several hundred pounds of iron down the hill by hand.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Fair.
while you're all here, is there anything I can sell you?
Well, if you have any smaller knives lying around, I would quite appreciate that.
Actually, I think I do.
Amazing.
She will dip into the back and give me just a moment, because I'm gonna go grab my player's handbook. Not my player's handbook, my DM's handbook, so that I can actually tell you how much a dagger is worth. Hold on.
I assumed I probably have enough money to buy at least one or two.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, usually. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, okay.
Great, that's a great idea. I think I don't think any of us have woodworking skills.
I don't remember if I have a small dagger on me or not.
I have 2 on me.
Yeah, I have a small dagger on me.
Yeah.
I think.
So for a regular dagger, unenchanted, it's an iron dagger. It's
I think
3 gold pieces. She can probably be haggard down to maybe 2 to 1. But it is iron, so she doesn't have a lot of stock of it left.
Yeah.
So.
Oh wait, no, I don't actually have a knife. I was looking at proficiency.
Yeah, it's
me a silly goose.
Can I do a charisma roll to try and haggard it down?
Yeah, you can. If you want to haggle with her, you can charisma roll it. Yeah.
Okay. I gotta remember how to do that. I think I just click on the thing, right?
Yes, just click on charisma.
You gotta find.
I mean, I can do it.
You could do a charisma roll, or if you want to try even better.
Oh, I could do persuasion.
Give me a persuasion. Yeah, I was about to say, give me a persuasion.
Let me do a persuasion and see if I actually get persuasion.
No!
Yeah. So that is a
hell yeah
21. So
how did you get 21?
I have natural charisma. A lot of my points are in charisma and wisdom.
That is.
Oh wow.
That's a 2 plus 3 plus. Ooh, yeah.
I have a +4 to persuasion.
Yeah, that's a 2 plus proficiency. So she has a D20 plus 5, so she rolled a 16. She got a 21. Wow. She rolled a 16. So yeah, no, it'd be pretty easy to.
I mean, I assume it's pretty easy to haggle it down in there, but
yeah, haggle it down to 1. It's a dagger.
I thought you rolled a 5.
I mean, you can. Iron can be used. Once it's been like tempered and whatnot, it's harder to be used in other things. But I mean, if you want to really work at making, melting it down into other things, you can do that.
Okay.
It's so having that as reserved, but it's a dagger. She's not gonna be, I'm gonna hold on to this. This is my precious dagger.
Yeah.
100%. You can absolutely haggle her down to like a couple silver. It's a small dagger, so she's not gonna like. She likes the cut of your jib, so she'll cut it down to that. Now,
awesome.
Go ahead and.
I like the cut, G.
Go ahead. How many daggers are you buying?
I'll buy 2 daggers so that I can give one of them to Ella, so she at least has something.
Oh yeah, that works.
So absolutely. So the 2 daggers. So on your character sheet, remove 4 silver if you got it.
I don't know.
Or 1 gold if you don't. Just.
It's
either
above
way.
the items, which is below the.
Well, I was supposed to have some gold, so I don't know like.
Yeah, I don't.
I was supposed to start with like gold.
You'd be buying it. Just don't worry about tracking the gold.
All right, I'm gonna. I'll just. Can I just assume like?
The items are important.
Here, I'll just do that.
The items. Yeah. I'm gonna check the chat because I am dreading to see how hard Resop is laughing. Okay.
So much actually.
Yeah, me being short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I've added a little bit of gold because as a noble lady, I actually do have a bit of money on me.
Just a bit of money.
I'm so sorry if you heard that yowl, by the way.
It's all good.
I did briefly.
And there she goes. Jolt.
Oh, she's meowing in the back. Anyways,
I'm so sorry.
Let's see. You get a dagger, Ella, and you get a dagger, Aria. So...
Get a dagger. You get a dagger.
You get a dagger. You get a dagger.
Well, Allard, you could have gotten one. You could have one of my spare if you want.
So the important thing is, it's you now have daggers. Great. So after that, heading off to the tavern.
Excuse me.
What?
I want to buy something.
I don't.
What did you want to buy? What are you buying?
Can I buy a sword? Because I don't have one.
I thought.
Yes.
I don't.
Yes,
I have daggers.
You.
Oh.
And a
Yeah.
short bow.
Gotcha.
I don't think I have arrows in my inventory, but
It's
also
two
something I don't think
numbers.
that matters.
Oh no, I'm not tracking arrows.
Okay.
Ba, 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 ba.
I think I'm proficient in both
Yeah.
short and
So-
long sword.
The sword itself will be 9 to 10 gold pieces. Given the fact that it is a lot more metal than it is a dagger, it's a short sword in this case. So she's got like a couple, but stock's running low. If you want to haggle her down, she's not gonna be haggled with the daggers. Daggers, that's a good price.
Mhm.
Swords are a different conversation entirely.
Have fun,
So-
Allard. I'm not
You
helping you on this one.
You're just gonna leave him behind?
No, I'm gonna watch this.
No.
I'm gonna watch this train wreck.
Double the price. No.
But you are gonna have to.
roll-
If you roll badly, I'll help you pay. But
do I roll
Sorry, I'm trying to
persuasion,
add a dagger.
Okay,
right
yeah,
now.
roll persuasion.
Okay.
Let's
Okay,
take a look.
let's hope
Let's see how badly he
fails.
failed.
This is not gonna go well.
I have a +2 to charisma and 4 for 4.
Come on,
persuasion.
roll it.
come on, Luke, just roll it.
Roll it.
What
Oh.
That is
What was
a
it?
natural one.
Ah.
Okay, so
was it?
let's see how badly I make
I'm
you
just
mess
going to
this up.
smirk the
So-
entire time.
Oh no, it's worse than that. Since he rolled a natural 1,
It's a natural 1, but he got
Luke.
a 5 overall.
Luke, you growing up, you had a dwarvish
Everything you
friend
wanted.
who taught you some phrases in dwarvish. Now you don't entirely
no.
understand what they are, but
No.
you
Uh-oh.
try your best. Now, listening to her speak in dwarvish to her friends and the colleagues in the back is clean common compared to the guttural, nasally mess that Allard is trying to do to try and like speak to her in her own language so that he can get a discount.
I
And
think
she
both
is
me and-
not having any of it. She is
Both me and
just
Aria are just
staring at
shaking
him.
our heads like
It-
we don't.
She's
we don't.
staring at him with just the look of, holy shit, this guy's actually trying to do this.
Language.
Just look of mild disbelief. And it is, she's astounded.
At least
And
I'm
you
trying.
just, like,
Okay.
Yeah, you tried, you failed, and she's like, 10 gold, please.
She increased that one. Okay. Fine, I will pay the gold. If I
Ah.
must.
Quickly now, I'll raise it to 11.
I
Good.
will take 10.
Excellent. So, she hands you over the sword. No scabbard. No, you get the sword itself for 10 gold.
Wait, no, what?
No scabbard to
scabbard?
hold it in. Tell me.
You get the
Oh,
sword.
oh.
You get the sword itself.
Allard,
Normally,
Allard, I think
as
you're
you
forgetting
saw
to buy
with-
something there.
as you saw with Lady Steel and Ella, the daggers she got, they came in the nice little leather little scabbards, the tiny little ones, pouches. The scabbards, the
Little
whole- the
pouches.
Little
the
scabbards, yeah.
daggers. But you just get the straight sword. You don't get a scabbard. She just drops it in your hands and goes back behind the counter.
How much does a scabbard cost?
2 gold.
Give it.
And in exchange
I'll
of
take
2
it.
gold, she drops off the scabbard in your hands. Next time, please,
Just speak calmly.
practice before you try that.
I do apologize
Any
for
other
my
dwarf would
friend.
have punched you in the balls.
From the sound of what he said, I think you would have observed it.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
We both apologize for our idiot companion.
Thank you.
Believe me, we will be
Thank you.
we will
It
be
means
teaching
a
him
lot.
many manners as soon as we leave here.
Excellent.
Good day to you.
Amoxicillin, however, now,
does
as
Amox say
Ella
anything?
pointed out last game, Amoxicillin
I
has
completely
been
forgot that he was a
mostly
character.
quietly. Yeah, he's been quiet. He's been your silent companion with everything.
Literally.
However, literally, he has been quiet. He's been patient. He's just been, tagging along with you guys. However, once you are done thoroughly embarrassing yourself, Amoxicillin will step up and speak in perfect Dwarvish. Now, it is not the Dwarvish itself by ear. It isn't the same Dwarvish she was speaking. It isn't like it's another dialect. It's a lot of the same words are there. It's just different. Enough that the older dwarf from the back leans back out and starts speaking in the same Dwarvish back and forth with with Amoxicillin. Just, they're having a short conversation, and after a little bit, he will nod and go, "Alright, I will be back after we get the shipment. They do not have enough metal for what I requested."
Oh, well, that's
Alright.
a shame. That's a shame, but we'll make sure we go and try and find that
Lord.
for you all.
Yeah.
And thank you again for your
It's-
business.
No problem. And you watch your mouth.
Believe me, I will give him a slap if he ever tries that again.
Yeah.
And I
Thank
will
you.
as well.
No,
Wow. Okay.
please. Go on.
Amox, Amox, is there anything else that yeah?
Amoxicillin will lead the way out of the shop. He is, well, he has the flat face. It is hard to see if he is content or not. But
Okay.
he's going out. It's fine.
Can I do
It's
like
nice.
a quick perception check? Cause like I'm on Amox.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
Just kind of like, because if the language that he spoke was different, and the only the old dwarf could really responded to it. I'm just kind of curious if I can kind of figure out that potentially it's an older
Okay.
version of the language.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
You would do intelligence and not
Yeah, straight intelligence.
straight intelligence. All right.
Just a straight intelligence.
All right, let's roll, see if I get
Oh.
anything decent. Hey, there we
Yeah.
go. Not bad.
Putting two and two
Nice.
together, that was old Dwarvish.
Oh wow.
Old enough that the younger dwarves didn't understand, but the older dwarf did. Now it was enough that they could, common enough in like Dwarvish descendants in terms of language that they could piece together what he was saying, but the older dwarf was fully able to speak it. It's kind of like English and
Like,
Old
the
English.
yeah. I
Old
was about to say,
English.
Old
Like, if you look at dialect for Old English, it is fancier. It is way different from the English that we speak nowadays.
Proper old.
It
yeah,
is
proper
still
old English is weird.
understandable. You can figure out, but there will be common words and phrases that just completely go underneath your radar because you just don't. It's just a thing from that time period. Amoxicillin was speaking Old English version of Dwarvish. Old Dwarvish.
Amox, I didn't realize that you spoke such an older dialect of Dwarvish.
It
Wait,
is-
really?
It has been a long time since I've spoken Dwarvish. I'm admittedly needing to brush up on the modern stuff, but it passes.
How old are you, Amox, if you don't mind me asking?
Very old. I've been around for a very long time.
Huh.
Wow, and here I thought I was the oldest one in the party.
Well, we also do have an elf as well.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
that is fair, but I mean in intelligence and maturity, honey.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
I think Amox
As
might have.
clearly shown by the what someone displayed earlier.
I will, I think it is only polite to inform you, Allard, you insulted her cat's lower beard.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Well, no,
Profusely.
Gee, thanks.
whoever taught you that, I think you might want to go.
You actually know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure whoever taught you was playing a joke on you.
Yeah, I think so. Quite a fun joke at that, though, I must admit.
It
I
very
just
nearly
hope they
got
don't
hit.
hold it against us.
No, I don't think they will. I'm sure that they'll be happy enough to wipe that slate clean when we show up with the iron.
Right.
I like
think, however, the more pressing task is the murders.
Yes.
Yeah,
very
why don't we
much.
head on over to the tavern then?
Yes.
So, all of you will start heading up to the tavern. It is now fully dark, and if I remember correctly, Ella and Allard are the only two that have
Night vision. Yes.
night vision. So we will have to light up the torches. And once again, amoxicillin will discourage from being one of the ones that holds it.
Mhm.
In this case, we'll stick, since we are not waist deep in snow, we'll stick close to Lady Steel
Mhm.
in following close behind with the torch so he doesn't get lost. But he
Yeah.
politely declines to hold the torch himself.
Perfectly fine.
And I'm willing to like light the torch since I actually can see where everything is.
Allard's still just sulking behind us.
Resource.
He can see, so he just doesn't
I
care. He's
saw
just
the chat
sulking.
with resource long time.
He clearly
It's
is.
he's right with it's Shakespearean versus your common speech from a politician. And he didn't attempt Old Dwarvish, he attempted Dwarvish.
And it didn't
That's
go
the
well.
funny part. See, that's what happens when you roll a nat 1. I get to think of something funny that happens in comparison to one of you.
Don't worry,
It will
Allard. I'm
be
sure it'll
great.
happen to all of us at some point.
I am waiting for both of you to roll a nat 1 eventually, and I
It
hope
will
to God
definitely
this is-
happen. I do not have luck with my rolls.
Literally all of the rolls that I've had so far have been bad,
I-
except for that one nat 20 that I got.
Yes, you got a nat 20. That
All
was
of them are
great.
freaking horrible.
You just gotta be a little clever about when you roll and what you're rolling. And maybe a little luckier, yeah, that too. Shall we head over to the tavern now? I believe we have a what's it called, mercenary to talk to.
Mhm.
Indeed.
So. The dwarf that you had kicking the door out on kicking the door in on our way out of the town hall is pretty distinctive. As far as her let's see, here we go. Yeah, she's a retired. So it's not hard to figure out who she is, given the fact that the last time you saw her, she was carrying a battle axe about as big as she was on her back. So yeah, the tavern is way up here.
Sorry if you hear noises, by the way. I'm playing with Maya so that way she doesn't start yowling.
Aww. That's
I'm playing with the
adorable.
It is indeed a lot of fun to play, Rizoft.
That's just me on our journey. I'm just trying to play with Lady with
Oh yeah,
Fizzy.
Fizzy himself.
Fizzy's wandering
like,
around, but if he wants to show up now,
just-
he can.
He will show up on occasion, like outside the tavern he was waiting, and outside the
Is he waiting outside the blacksmith or the tavern?
he was waiting outside the blacksmith, and like halfway to the blacksmith, he crawls between Ella's legs, and you know that way the cats like rub in between both sides of their inside of your legs, just
Yeah.
sort of tangle themselves in that. He will tangle himself in between, and as he's coming out the back of your legs, he's just gone. He's just it just sort of slips and just
He
disappears.
just poofs away.
Well,
sort of
at least he likes someone
slides
at
into
least he likes someone in this group, because it's certainly not me.
Like if it was an anime, my eyes would just go straight into hers. Like.
I see
But
Fizzy has just
I
made
tried
your
to
day.
I tried to hide it as best as possible, but you can't. You see the huge smile.
Like she's just smiling and just has like the starry eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's also, it might not be the easiest thing to see, because it is, in
Dark.
terms of darkness,
Chat for
effectively
reference.
midnight outside.
For
And
reference,
you
I
can
have
see it,
I have a
Allard,
cat.
but
For reference, chat, I have a cat, a cat familiar, a black cat named Fizzy.
the torch are pretty close.
And yes, that is a reference to Fizzerolly.
Happy, like that. Anyway, in
Anyways.
the tavern, Hillen will be sat in a corner with her feet kicked up and about halfway through a mug at this point. It is, in terms of like time frame, it's only been about an hour since you saw her kick her way out of the town hall, and pretty much assuming she's been here the entire time, drinking away her frustrations.
Well,
That's not healthy.
who would like to approach her first? I would vote not Allard.
Yeah, no.
I'll. What?
Well,
What's her race again? I don't remember.
She's a dwarf.
Okay.
Dwarf. Okay.
Dwarf. Yeah.
I can
Then
approach
probably
her.
not me.
I can approach her. Yeah, definitely not Allard.
Unless I roll a better number.
Allard,
Yeah.
you are banned from talking to dwarves to the end of time.
Yeah, you are just banned from talking to anybody at this point for the rest of the night. I can approach her.
Oh,
Perhaps I can approach her. I'm.
I also said I
Should
could
we-
approach her too.
well,
Either or.
maybe Ella should, because to be fair, Lady Aria has approached a bunch of people.
That's true. I have approached a bunch of people. I think it's
So-
time for Ella to take a chance.
As Ella
Yay.
is approaching, Hillen is sort of tipping the mug, looking at it disappointing and just tossing it back on the table. Her eyes will focus on you. You're the one from the town hall. The three of yeah, no, that's the robot man back there. Yeah,
Yeah, that would be us. Yes.
Yeah.
We heard
in
about
the town hall. Yeah.
what was going on, and we wanted to see if we could figure out what's going on and who. Like,
You're
we wanted to get all.
interested in the killings?
Yes, we wanted
You're
to.
actually interested. You're not
Mhm.
pulling my leg here.
No, we
No,
do want to help.
Oh,
Not at all.
absolutely. All right. Finally,
She
someone.
just like pulls
listening.
out like
It
a
took someone
board
from
with, like,
showing up out of
diagrams
town.
and a map and like the red string connecting.
Oh,
everything.
yeah. The whole conspiracy.
The whole conspiracy theory board.
Yeah.
What was
Just
the,
pulls it out of nowhere.
I can't remember what the name was. I can't remember the name was from the Sunny in Philadelphia. It was there was a specific name that he kept spouting off. And it's like, I can't find this person.
She just gets out her whole conspiracy pin board and of like all of her like hand drawings and handwritten notes and stuff.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
The other patrons are that are like the other few patrons that are there are just like looking away.
Just like, we want no part in this.
Just like she does this every time.
Sorry, Mike, we're kind of taking over the story a bit here.
It's fine. It's fine. It's Pepe Sylvia. It's the entire Pepe Sylvia. Just this is where he's been. This is where I can't find him. Anyway. All right.
Whoa,
We'll
whoa,
launch.
whoa, whoa, who?
Listen.
Who?
All right. I have been following and trying to. All right, I've got one guy. One guy. It is this guy right here. She will pull out a small little piece of paper that has like a portrait drawn of him. And it will be here we go. Perfect. Of wow, that is that's a pretty bad picture.
Well, whatever you got
You
at
know
this
what?
point.
We're gonna run with it. We're gonna run with it.
You know what? It fits the
Just roll with
character.
it.
It fits the character. Come on.
Yes, it is.
There's probably like coffee stains or something on it
Yeah,
from like
probably
looking
coffee
over at
stains. But
somebody.
it's a picture. It's a hand-drawn picture shown to you guys. This
That's a good picture. I don't know what you're talking about.
this is Sefak Kaltro.
Sefat. Sorry, can I just.
Selfek.
Selfat?
Sefek.
Sifik.
Sefek.
I'm gonna just call him Seth for my own silly old brain.
Don't care what you call him. He works for a small merchant company called Torx,
Pretty cool.
owned by a really nasty piece of work named Torga Icefane. He gets around, he's charming, really great guy, makes friends easily. He's also her bodyguard. His victims only show up in the 3 towns that sacrifice people to the Frost Maiden.
That sacrifice
is-
people to the Frost Maiden?
Yes, every new moon they get sacrificed. One person gets sacrificed. You
Cross-
probably, since you were in the town hall, you probably already
do.
know they draw lots. At least here in Bryn Shire,
Yeah.
they draw lots here in Bryn. But the other towns are different. But all of the victims come from these 3 towns.
Huh.
They do it to keep everything at bay. It's fine. But all of them were in the towns that were supposed to have them drawn. And it's always after a sacrifice. We don't know how they got out of the drawings. That's not important right now. It's the fact that he's killing them.
Why do you think he's killing them?
You know how cold it is outside, right?
Yes,
It's-
I was there.
Bloody cold. It is really cold. I followed Torgs for a 10-day as it moved from town to town. It is really, really. He doesn't wear a coat. He doesn't wear a scarf. He doesn't wear gloves. The cold can't touch him. He's got the kiss of the Frost Maiden. Listen. I will pay you 100 gold pieces to apprehend him, ascertain his guilt.
Sorry, you cut out. What?
I've already met the authorities. Sorry. I will pay you 100 gold pieces to apprehend, ascertain his guilt, and deal with him. Preferably without the law getting involved. You've already seen how hesitant they are with dealing with it in general. But
So, do you want us to arrest him or you want us to kill him?
Or would you like to deal with him yourself after we arrest him? I mean, there are many situations that could be arranged.
would like to deal with him myself if you can bring him here. But if he is killing them and you can take him out, and you know you can take him out, do it. I am not risking that monster getting out and killing someone else. Not.
And you're certain that it's this one.
Oh, I'm certain.
What makes you so sure? I mean, you say you've been following him around and such, but how do you know for sure? How do you what evidence do you have? I know you've
It's
from what I can
Torga
see,
and
it's
her caravan visit the towns shortly before a body shows up.
they always leave after the body shows up.
They're always before the body shows up.
Okay.
Always showing up, always in the area. It takes a bit for some of the bodies to get found, but they're always in the area when it happens. That, and he's got, the cold doesn't touch him. He's got a blessing of some kind, probably from the Frost Maiden. And if these people are avoiding the lots, he's got motive. He's got means.
Do you know what this man? Do you know what this caravan and what this man was like before the Frost Maiden showed up? Because perhaps were they different before she showed up?
No. Torgs was always a. Torgs is more the black market things. It's an unspoken thing in the area. She has things that normally can't get found.
What do you mean?
If you need something that you can't tell the authorities, you go to Torgs to buy it. If you catch my drift.
I see.
Not the greatest person. Pretty nasty in my opinion. But whereas everyone else is bundled to the brim, he wears nothing but regular clothes. I haven't seen him fight.
Maybe he's just very warm-blooded.
Warm-blooded. Tell me, Elf. I'm assuming you're with them because I didn't see you at the town hall.
Unfortunately.
Oh no, I was somewhere else.
Have you stood outside without a coat?
Yes.
Only briefly, though, as we were
How
forced
long?
to. Not very about the time it took for us to get into the town. I would say we were quite cold by the time we finally reached the tavern.
So about
maybe 20 minutes.
20 minutes thereabouts. Torga shows up for the night. She hunkers down for hours. Because she's an outdoor shop.
Clearly, he's got something happening.
Yeah. He's alone from them during business hours. He always goes off and does his own little thing. Usually towards one of the taverns. But I admittedly keep losing his trail when I try to follow him. But keeping an eye on him and Torgs was not hard because he goes nowhere that she doesn't during business hours.
Interesting.
How long have they been around? How long have they been around?
About a year or so.
So after the Frost Maiden, you would say? You said. Okay.
Definitely after the Frost Maiden.
I mean, Frost Maiden's been going on for years.
Yeah. I mean, there's a hole. If you can't get things you really, really need, she finds them for you. For a price.
Well, it sounds like a fascinating place. And
Absolutely.
And I'm quite keen on catching such an awful person myself. So I'm sure we would all be we would be happy to try and help you catch this awful person.
I wouldn't recommend going after Toria. She's always got him nearby, and she's got her own little posse that helps her with things. So, as I wouldn't deal with her, I wouldn't maybe talk to her, but beyond that, I wouldn't.
I see. Well, thank you for your advice, and thank you for the tip as well. I would be happy to help you look and investigate this further.
Yeah.
I'm sure we all would be.
Let's take a look. Question. What race are they? Do we know? Just
Toria is a dwarf.
another
Seth
dwarf. Okay.
is human.
Human.
Well, he's quite hardy for a human, I must say. I was out in that cold for 5 minutes, and I already wanted to go back inside.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have...
not natural.
Clearly. Does he have any... Have you noticed anything strange about him, about the weapons he carries, or anything on his person?
I've never seen him wield a weapon, but he's got glowing blue eyes.
That is a little odd.
Mm.
All right. Well, I think we should try to find them. Which way was it again? Do we
know what town they're going to be coming to next? That would probably be our best bet.
She bounces from town between the 10 towns.
Mm.
But it is...
That'll be pretty far.
Oh, let me see if I can grab this.
And yet the murders only occur in the ones where lots are being cast.
Yeah.
But didn't the Lord mention that there were murders recently? So technically, wouldn't they still be in the town?
They could be
it takes
nearby.
a while to travel.
The DM is thinking.
The DM is finding a town to send you to.
Perfect.
So we're going to a different town. I thought we would be stuck in this town for the rest of the campaign.
No,
there's 10 towns,
and
Allard.
a bunch of mountains in the area. You really thought you would be stuck in this area the entire time?
Yes.
Luke, this is literally just the starter town.
This is just the starter town. This is the beginning of
Our city,
so much.
considering how big it is.
Yeah. But Bryn Shader, let's see, closest town from Bryn Shader.
Wish we had easy ways to get between them.
Unfortunately, not the greatest. But let's see.
Perhaps we should Perhaps we should befriend some polar bears.
Perhaps.
I can work with that.
I was gonna say we do have a druid.
A druid who can speak animal.
Yeah, there you go. Friend
a Yeti.
I wouldn't normally address the chat, but yeah, that's actually that would be so funny.
I'm down.
Ella, do you think you can speak animal well enough to befriend a Yeti?
I can try.
Oh, I will absolutely let you try. I'll
probably fail.
Yeah,
but...
that'd be great.
I'll bring at you.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Marsh Yeti.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Marsh
once the DM
Yeti.
tells us what
Listen,
town
I
we're
know
going
your
to
friend.
next,
Sasquatch.
let's maybe hope that the town that we're getting sent to next could potentially be along somewhere along the way of the mountains, where the shipment was lost.
So, listen, it will be the 3 towns. She will explain. The ones that are doing sacrifices is Brynshire, Bremen, and Brynshire, East Haven, and Targos. Targos is the closest one, with about a 2 hours to 3 hours travel.
Yeesh.
East Haven is a little bit further, with shut my mouth, please.
We have no.
I closed it.
I don't think we want to
East
walk
Haven
for
is
3
about
hours.
7.5 hours by foot.
Ugh.
Yeah,
I
all
don't
by
think we
foot.
want to walk that far.
Mounts and dog sleds can shorten these times by as 50%. So it will take like an hour to get to Targos
Does it
and
look like we have
3.5.
that stuff?
It's
not
maybe
yet.
hard to
Find someone.
I mean, that's the
Yeah.
point. Like, the point is to explore and find these things. I'm sure we can find something.
Unless amoxicillin can be a transformer and transform into a cart.
I don't think amoxicillin is that kind of robot, Allard.
No. I mean, as a joke, I was about to just say amoxicillin makes funny noises and just kind of curls into a ball.
Oh.
But it. Yeah, no, he can't. Unfortunately. Look, I would talk to people around here. It's talk with people. See if you can get a bead on where she's gonna be. Torgs. Because if you can figure out where Torgs is gonna be, you can figure out where he's gonna be.
Right.
Okay?
Of course.
Right. Okay. Probably while we're doing... Another question. Do you have any idea where we could find some sort of elemental beings? Anything like that around here?
Little elemental beings.
Yeah.
You talking about those little pixie things?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, this will be
I haven't
Allard's
seen any in
quest.
town, but a couple of the other ones, and I mean, you can always find them when you're on the road.
Okay.
Always.
Okay.
Oh, I heard a dog. You always find them on the road, and when in doubt, just check where there's places with people. I haven't seen any in town here, though.
Okay.
Okay.
But in the area over there, yeah.
Okay. So we could probably knock that out too
Along the
while
road,
while we're there.
I was also gonna say, since this is kind of like hit a wall, maybe we should do the iron thing, maybe.
How about we still have that map, so yeah. But well, I guess I think right now we should probably start heading back to our rooms and get some food and kind of rest for the day.
Yeah, at least for the night.
So, well,
I will ask. It is now 9:11.
Or magical
Emily.
time skip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Emily. Do you want to continue till 10/10:30? Because I know that you are getting up early tomorrow.
Yeah. I
You
also
have
think
made
the doggo.
progress.
I
You
think
do
also.
have.
I
Yeah,
also think
sorry.
the doggo might be.
if you have to get up early, we can
could.
decide. We can
We
let's.
can
How about we
put
head
it
back to our tavern and just make up this plan of what we're gonna do next, and then we can end it there. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
So in this case, I will let you know. I will remind you that the librarian told you to come back the next day. If you
Oh,
go
right.
and take a rest, you will have enough time before we wrap things up to stop by the library before we wrap things up. That might be a good little thing, a good tie-off to what we started last session.
Well,
so
no,
that
we
we're
saw
not
the
having a
we saw the
second
librarian
session
this
in a row
morning,
where-
so we would see her. We would talk to her then tomorrow, like the next day.
Yeah,
It's
you
still the
talk to
same
her
day,
tomorrow.
isn't it?
Yeah, it would be the next day.
Yeah.
If you go and take a rest now, it'll be the next day. You can go and talk to her because I know I don't want to have a sorts like, oh, we've made progress. We know what we're doing now. We have a lead in both of these quests.
Yeah.
I want to give you guys something that you go, oh, we did this. We did this.
Yeah.
We completed this thing because you started it yesterday. I
Right.
also
Yeah.
have something for the group waiting there, and I want
Okay.
to give it to you all. So...
Oh, okay. Shall we do a
Fair
quick?
enough.
Shall we do a
Yeah.
time skip to the next day, and we can head over to the library?
Yes. Yes.
Let's do that.
So
Okay.
we will time skip over. Wow.
Magic time skip. Whoa.
Yeah. Woo. So, next day, all nice and bundled up, already over there. So, who is going into the library?
Probably Allard first.
I would actually quite like to go into the library myself. I kind of want to. I've always enjoyed books.
Ella, why are you all the way off the map?
Why I am?
Oh, you
Huh?
are.
You were all the way over here at the corner of the map.
What?
over
The
here.
library
I
is
didn't see that
here,
at
isn't it?
all.
Yeah, you were
I
you
was
were
looking
over
for
here.
those polar bears.
Well, maybe like, yeah, I mean,
Yeti.
if nobody else wants to go into the library, maybe Amox and Ella could be like getting
the library
mounts
was down
or something.
Over here.
Yeah.
The library was down
I
over
will
here.
go into the library.
I'll join Allard. I feel like I need to at least to make sure he doesn't insult anybody else.
So-
Back off!
Yeah.
Amoxicillin will wait back at. Oh, wait, hold on. There's 2 Ellas.
Oh, we've got
What?
2 Ellas.
I got a twin. Aw.
We found the changeling.
We found the changeling. So Amoxicillin will wait at the
At the tavern.
tavern.
Okay.
He'll hang out at the tavern
Okay.
waiting for you guys. If you guys end up getting the sled dogs, he will be waiting for you guys there.
Okay.
So at the God, I'm trying to remember what voice I used for this character.
It was
It's a little higher
so-
pitch.
yeah.
A little bit higher pitched, and my voice is naturally higher pitched. So God, I'm gonna have to get this right.
I think it was more feminine, maybe.
Yes, because
Yeah.
she was a female half elf.
Yes.
If I remember correctly. So, opening the door gracefully this time and not flying through it, and staying on your
Not
feet.
flopping onto the
Yeah.
floor.
He didn't get he didn't get
the
tripped
desk
by
itself.
anything.
Allard, the desk itself is no longer clean. It's no longer having a small pile of books. It has a big, tall stacks of books. She spent most of yesterday hunting for those books that you asked for. And there is a lot of rustling in the back. She will hear the ding of the bell as you come in, and the blast of cold that comes in. Now, I will reiterate for everyone else that's coming into the thing, you are hit with the smell of musty books. It is old library smell. The distinct smell of old library. And the little half-elf will lean over the shelf carrying a small stack of books and go, Oh, it's you, yes, your books. Let me go grab your books, alright? I have them somewhere around here. She will drop the book on the ground, plume of dust going everywhere as she disappears behind the desk and the giant piles of books. Alright, so, yes, alright, so she will return over with the pile of books, and there are about 6 books here. And she will hand over 5 of them and just sort of set them into your arms with just a into Allard's arms. Alright, so these are all the ones that showed up with magical bits to them. I have no idea what they do, but these are I use detect magic. These are the only ones inside the place that actually showed magic. So
Interesting.
yeah, let's see. She will grab from the top of the pile. First up is scrumptious delicacies. It is it's a cookbook. It's sent scrumptious delicacies, the human choice. It's it's great. It's nice. It's heavy. But it's a cookbook. I don't know why it's magical. Probably to keep it clean. But let's see. Next one is Silent Crown. I could not read this for the life of me. I'm pretty sure it's in Elvish though. So yeah, that's rulers, the true rulers of our countries. This was an interesting one. It's written in Draconic, and it gives me the creeps. It is weird. Then we have and she'll ripe off the top. Oh, yes. This one, I will be very careful with this one. You asked about the history of Icewind Dale.
Oh,
This is the only book I could find that has anything to do with the history of Icewind Dale. It is old, pretty badly in bad shape, and I would be careful when holding it, okay? I will need that back after a few days, because once I get this sorted, I'm gonna be writing it down and rewriting it so that it is in better condition.
That's fair.
Yeah, but I've got that. That's one of the important things you asked for. Then I had this. It's she hands you finally a heavy book. This one, I have no idea what it is. But it is it's a thing. It had the most magical potential that all of it had.
Ooh.
All the books. This one had the most potent. Yeah.
Once it shows up. There we go.
There it is. I knew you were gonna laugh at it.
Comic.
So, this is the Tome of Fatherly Comedy. It is a wondrous, uncommon item. It is a well-worn, leather-bound book with dad jokes written within. As an action, you can open up the book. It immediately empowers you with the uncanny ability to deliver terrible puns and jokes.
Oh my god, I want this.
One creature that can clearly hear you, telling you a joke from within the tome.
Amox would never
so bad,
do this.
it either causes groans or laughter, potentially distracting the target. Here's the important part. The target must succeed a wisdom saving throw of DC 12. On a failed save, the target's next attack roll, saving throw, or skill check is made with disadvantage.
That's actually helpful.
How much is that?
Very
Because
helpful.
I immediately want to buy it.
Same.
Oh, I'm not. This is a library.
Oh, that's right. It's
If
a library. That's
As long
true.
as you bring it back, and bring it back in one piece, I will lend it out to you, yeah.
Oh, I
right.
Ella, would you like?
Amox should have this, just the robot telling horrible jokes.
That would actually be pretty
Actually,
funny.
I added it in with you and Ella in mind,
Oh
because
my gosh.
knowing you,
Oh yeah, no, Ella.
and knowing Emily, you two would get the most laughs out of it.
Oh yeah, no, you
Oh,
two are gonna.
absolutely.
Yeah, I was gonna say Emily or Luke's gonna have the most. Is gonna do the best with this. As much as I love it, I probably won't have as many puns.
I literally just bring my dad whenever
don't
we
have
use
to have
it.
Yes.
Here's the fun part, guys. I
Yeah?
sat down for about an hour and a half looking
no.
on Google and coming up with things.
Oh my
Here
god.
are 14
Oh,
jokes
no.
you can use to say with their own things.
Oh my gosh,
14
that's
of them.
amazing.
Oh, man.
Yes.
That's
Most of
amazing.
them
Oh,
are
that's
D&D
insane.
related.
I
The first
I
7
love
are
it.
from the book because this book
All right. Well,
itself
13's my new
is from-
favorite.
Yes, this book is from the book Lore Keeper's Lexicon, made by Dumb Cane Games. It is a book that has a bunch of magical items that some of which I will be actually handing out later in the campaign because
Yo.
they're actually really good items that are tailor-made to specific classes and subclasses,
Ooh.
which means you will guaranteed
Interesting.
to have some use out of it. Really good.
Well, we definitely need to be borrowing this in the library because this is
Absolutely.
amazing.
Yes. So,
Like Ella is
Then-
immediately like, I need this for my shows. I need this.
so the half elf will go. Oh, right.
Didn't
I
she
had
have 6
one
books,
other thing.
Mhm.
No, these
Yes,
are
sir.
all the books that had the magical things to it. But I have one more thing, and this one you guys can keep because I'm not feeding it. Okay? She will go
Feeding
into the
it?
back and
What?
bring back a book. The title of it is Detecting Mimics for Dummies. Perception check, please.
All of us?
All of us.
Yes.
Okay.
All of you.
Okay.
Oh,
dear.
it's
Let me-
a-
I'm gonna guess it's a mimic itself.
You're the.
That's just what I thought.
I am gonna feel very bad if I don't hit this. Okay, I need.
You said perception.
Yes, perception.
No, it's a
There we
good thing
go.
I've got a save on this perception.
Wait, did I get it? Oh, I got a really high one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 17.
The
I did
book
not. I got a
itself
low. I got so
is-
low.
Oh no!
You've seen
The one person
Cat.
who
Okay.
was experiencing
Oh, I
change,
got-
like
I
the
got-
one who got low.
Okay.
Yeah, that
here we
sounds
go.
about right.
20.
Emily.
Oh, sorry.
I got a dirty 20.
Yeah, you got a dirty 20. Emily, you've held your cat in your arms, right? And the cat's gotten comfortable, just sort
Yeah.
of snuggling in your arms.
Yeah.
The book is doing the same. It is just sort of sitting there, content, and breathing. The book
my
itself
goodness.
is a mimic.
I
And it is a
knew
friendly
it.
mimic.
It's the Monsters Book of
Yay.
Monsters from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Ella gets a pet now.
That is what it is. It's like that, but it's not as sort of snapping.
Oh
It is very it has a mouth. The tongue itself is the bookmark.
That is so. That is like creepy
And
but
it is-
cute at the same
it is-
time.
It is
It's a scary
very
puppy.
content and very happy. I will tell you guys now, this thing will not fight for you. It will
Aw.
not be affected by the cold. It is just a happy little book for a pet for the group.
I love
Because
him.
Yeah,
We're keeping it.
it's
You
a
guys
puppy.
need-
This is
I
my
mean-
friend.
Yeah, this is Ella. This is Ella's pet.
Hipster, you have your cat, but your cat is more of a, I'm here because I have to be here.
Yeah.
This will be a happy little pet that will be loving and attentive to you guys. Because you will be feeding it whatever you can find. Because it's not picky. If it's edible, it'll eat it.
Is he hungry right now?
I fed it about a half hour ago.
Okay, that's good.
Ella
There's
is
a couple
immediately
rats
like,
that
"Oh
it
my
got
gosh,
inside. Couple
your
frozen
name
rats.
is Mimi. Your name is Mimi.
Mimi.
Mimi?
Okay.
Okay.
Me.
I mean, it's Ella's pet. Oh, we'll call him Mimi.
Mimi.
Hold on.
Mimi the mimic. This is my Mimi, and it shall be my friend. I immediately just take it from the half elf's arms. It's like,
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. It's. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's your problem
she's just
now, not mine.
completely weirded out.
No. That's your problem, not mine. No longer my problem. She will just sort of wave her hands as she goes about, like, she is busy cleaning up the library. Just not my problem anymore, and moving on to the next issue at hand.
I take one of the little flowers from my flower crown and just give it to Mimi, just like, here you
Oh
go.
yeah, no, it eats it. It eats it
Immediately.
It will, like, if you got it held between your
No, 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 no,
fingers,
no,
like
no.
pinched between the fingers, it will, like, the pages halfway open will open up and just sort of slurp it from your hand, and it just sort of swoop right off your hand. It is a very happy mimic. It doesn't care who's feeding
I
it,
don't
as
think
long
I've
as it
heard
keeps
Emily
getting
so
fed.
giggly before.
I think it's also just because I'm getting tired.
Yeah.
Probably.
I knew it would at least make some of the group happy.
Oh,
I knew
yes,
that
I'm
the
so
total
happy.
would be happy. So you're all the
I
tone.
have pets. I
You
have
knew
pets.
someone would
Now
be happy.
here's the important part. Normally with magical items like the Tome of Fatherly Comedy, you need to attune to it. The Tome of Fatherly Comedy, I'm gonna make sure that it doesn't need to be attuned. No, the tome, the dad joke book
The
can
dad
be
joke.
used by anyone. So long as
dad
you're
phone
holding
book.
it, you can use it. So if, say, Allard is using it, and he throws it to Ella mid-battle, she can grab it and, as an action, use it.
Hmm.
It is not locked into one person or another. You can pass it around the group. You
Okay,
aren't
that's
limited
cool.
to just who can use it and who doesn't.
Oh, Mike, I've messaged you real quick.
Yes, I did see it.
Okay. What is your answer?
Hmm?
It might.
Okay, then never mind.
might.
I won't do it then.
That's only if you do that a lot.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna do one because I've got a few spare.
Okay.
Do you think would that be? Can I do that?
Argue. It's gonna.
Well, no. I just want to make sure
food.
it's gonna be safe for everybody else.
Yeah. No. Food is food.
Okay.
It's just don't make a habit of it, or it'll start.
Oh no! This is the only one it's ever gonna get,
Like-
unless it decides that it wants.
Like feeding a cat at a certain time, it will get used to eating it.
Right. No, this is just gonna be a little treat. I have a little. Can I give Mimi a little treat? I reach into my pouch and I pull out a very frostbitten blackened finger and I hold it out to Mimi.
My eyes just widen like, where did you get it from? Where did you get that from?
Let's assume that the half elf is not paying attention, please.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. It's just feeding them a finger.
That's the only one. Now that's the only one you're getting, Mimi. Those are very special to me and very valuable.
I will be. One thing I will tell you is, mimics themselves aren't smart when they're on their own. It's basically a dumb dog in terms of intelligence. Like, it'll understand if you're yelling at it from your tone, but it doesn't speak common. It won't know that you're trying to say, go, fetch it, fetch it now. Unless you teach it to go play fetch.
But it's our little pet and we can treat it as such.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can treat it as such. That was the important part. I was excited Thanksgiving week because I was like, yes, I found that it's because I was doing a random book generator which had those 4 books: The Silent Crowd, Scrumptious Delicacies, and History of, and True Rulers, as well as Mimics for Dummies. And I'm like, holy shit, this has got to be it. It's because one of the books showed up as like it's a mimic pretending to be book. It's rather friendly. Mimics for Dummies. It's gotta be detecting mimics for dummies. That's gotta be the title for the book.
I love it.
It's great. It's a funny joke, but I was like, you know what? They need this. They need it.
Absolutely.
They need something to pay attention to if they're not paying attention to something else. But in that case, it is now 9:30.
I do have one question. Does it speak any language at all?
Or does it grumble?
Again, like I was saying, it's a dumb dog, so
I mean, I can speak animal, so
you could do that if you want to like try and speak animal with it.
Yeah.
It'll understand you a lot more clearly than, oh, who's a good boy?
Because I'm a druid, I can speak to small animals just on a regular, I think.
Yes.
So I'm probably just speaking in its language the entire time, like.
Yeah, it's just sort of happy. It is.
You just hear paper flapping sounds coming out of
his mouth. Paper flapping. It is just like it is happy. It is content. This thing has been living in the library, eating spare books and whatever creatures come into it for probably a long while. It is pretty domesticated at this point. It doesn't care who's feeding it. It's as long as it's getting fed, and the fact that it understands what you're saying makes it happy.
Yay!
So, it is now 9:30.
Yes.
I say that since that has been taken care of, we have reached our stopping point.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you all wanted to get done while we are here? What do you want, baby? Speaking of,
heard that cat noise.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
Walked up right behind me and just yowled.
Oh. My cat is.
I'll have to ask for I suppose Chad is recommending that we ask for a book on changelings, but I don't know if
I don't think we have any. Do you have? These are the only magic books that you had, right?
Yeah. All these are the all of these are all the ones that showed up with magic. I used detect magic on them. The funny book there, that's the funniest one it had. The mimic was actually chewing on that book. when I found
Oh
it.
my.
So
Me.
it came with it. It's hungry. I fed it a couple of the magazines that we had. I mean, I don't know why we were storing porn as some of the material here. I don't know why. We no longer have that. So, because it's now been fed to that. But I will take a look. Yeah, no, if I'll see if I can find any books on changelings if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
I can do that. I'll see if we have anything. If I don't know if we will. I only did a little knowledge on changelings before I moved down here. Given how rare there are, I don't think we're gonna have anything in this remote area that's remotely
fair.
useful about changelings.
Do you have
Anything
any
beyond
books
a
on the
surface.
Do you have any books on the local like wild animal population? Anything like about what kind of animals there are
actually.
nearby?
I would check with other towns, especially with a couple of the hunting towns. They're more likely to have it. This is more
Okay.
of like a population area. I know a couple of the other towns are more of like hunting areas.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
would check those. Check those. They should be able to help you. Maybe I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Calvin's Cane. It's the Carricknog.
What?
It's one of the towns. It's over by the mountains. They're known for like fishing and hunting. That's
Okay.
one the area that I would check in. But it's a bit of a distance. So
Noted.
Yeah.
All right,
otherwise,
thank you.
yeah, no. I would if you run into any hunters or any rangers while you're out there, ask them. They'll be able to tell you.
Noted.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much
Alrighty.
for your help. Allard, did you
No
have
problem.
anything you wanted
No,
to
yeah.
say?
No, not really. I think I got everything I needed. And then he just proceeds to stuff all the books in his bag.
Oh, you have a bag of holding. Listen. Do you need she will sort through the books, rifle through a couple of them, toss one over her shoulder. A book on how to make candlesticks. Volume 3 out of 5. No? Okay.
What?
If I might ask, why
She is-
candlesticks?
I don't know. The author decided that's what they're gonna write 5 volumes on.
My
This
goodness.
library is filled with the most random crap. And the system that I had, the tally system, whatever it's called. I'm not a librarian. I'm a researcher. I used to go to libraries and study for my paper.
Oh,
That it's not working here because I jumped from history of Icewind Dale over to folding animals out of paper,
what?
a how-to, and it's like
How
in
to
terms of
origami
like
for dummies.
authors, it's not great.
Well, perhaps some of the books that you don't want anymore, we could keep some snacks for Mimi.
Yes.
Or do
Probably.
you have
Please.
any other books that you think might
Yeah,
be
no,
useful
she'll
to us?
absolutely, she'll absolutely hand you over the book.
The
like 3 or
candlesticks.
4 smaller books. Just tear out pages out of these and feed it to him. You can read them if you want, but I'm pretty sure half of these are in absolute gibberish.
Fair enough. Well, we can at least
Alright.
get some of this mess cleaned up for you that way.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
We'll
Thank you.
we'll make
the
sure.
Dewey Decimal classification system is not working here.
Well, I think that's probably time to head out unless everyone else has questions.
Yes. Anyways,
Nope, all done.
I'm ready for bed.
excellent.
Ella's ready for
Excellent.
bed
So,
already.
That will be that will be the end. I'm gonna check on. There's the chat. Rip. Reese off is satisfied.
Good.
I now like Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, so do we.
yes.
We
See,
have
I this
a mimic friend.
Why
Yeah,
is
we have a
nobody
mimic friend.
questioning me? What is wrong with you people?
What?
What?
Never mind.
Fed
Oh,
him a
I did,
finger.
but we just overlooked it.
Resoff says I'm a
didn't-
warlock, I'm
hear
not
what
to be
you said.
questioned, which is honestly fair.
To be
Like,
fair.
I did question you about the finger, but, like,
Is that a
everyone
fucking
ignored
finger?
it.
We
Maybe
did,
we
were
you want to
like,
would you
why
like
do
to
you
would
have
you
a
like to question me
finger?
outside of the library maybe? Or do you want to just
I think
maybe
that's
keep
How
it
about this? We'll put a pin in it.
We'll put a
and
pin in
next
it.
Session, we'll start out with the so last session, Aria fed the mimic a finger. Let's start out with that.
What the hell?
I
No,
guarantee
yeah,
you
fuck
no
that
one's
finger.
gonna I guarantee you no one here is gonna
Yes,
remember it by
Resolve.
next
I
session.
see you.
I'm probably gonna, like, I'm highlighting all of the VODs.
What?
Oh,
Who
it
did I
does
contact to
playing
play with
D&D.
Oh, me. I'm. in
Yeah,
here.
you're
Yes.
Mike,
Yes,
yeah,
Resolve.
Mike. You contact Mike if you want to Mike for that.
Yeah. If you want to do this, listen. I can sit down. Yeah. Okay. Listen. I will see if I can get you sorted. If
We could use
maybe
somebody
insert, you know what? Actually, they have an option with character prep to
Mhm.
make
Yeah.
a character that's lived in Icewind Dale for a long time.
or
I'll just
yeah,
help
I
you
mean
with
you could
that.
be the side characters, or I mean we could probably use somebody else for Fizzy.
Yeah. No. Actually, you know what? Having a it depends on your schedule, Resolve.
Mhm.
Are you available Monday nights?
Well, yes.
Excellent. So.
I mean, he's
Perfect.
been here this whole time.
Yeah.
So
Yes, he has.
I
don't know if that was a one-time thing or not. So.
Fair enough.
I will sort with you. I will have to add you on Discord, and we will sit down and talk about it.
Mhm.
Because they're heading to a new town. That is a perfect time to get a new character at it.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
And I have an idea of making an easy character for you to run with.
That could be a troll near you at the bridge.
Watch your wallets.
Nah, Resup. Yeah, this is honestly
had in
that's not a bad way to let like chat
Okay.
get involved in
Don't be-
general too. Like to have like to have them play like little side characters just in chat.
We could do that. Actually, I
What?
did have an idea. And you guys haven't run into that species, so I'm not gonna talk about it yet.
Oh,
But
okay.
they do
I-
have like tribes up in the mountains.
Ooh,
so
okay.
that will work.
one thing I will say, Resoft, if you join us, don't be a magic user. We have
Yeah,
three of them.
please.
Oh yeah,
We
no.
have three of
I
them.
wasn't
That-
gonna say that. I was probably gonna either make him a monk, a fighter, or a barbarian.
Yeah. But we'll let you Resoft will let you and Mike talk. We do need to get Emily off to bed. So should we do our
Yeah.
little outro?
Yeah.
Yes.
A barbarian.
Yes.
And is anyone gonna keep streaming?
Yes. Yes, you do, Resoft. Yes, you do. Anyways.
I will say though that I've been highlighting all of our D&D campaigns.
Mhm.
Yep.
So if you need to like rewatch them, go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So that
start
way-
start uploading them onto all the VODs onto my YouTube channel. So if you need
Yeah.
if you need some background,
Yeah, if you need something to watch, then
you go in,
I'd
if you're a new
rather
character,
go
rather going
blind.
blind. Fair
Well, in
enough.
this
Yeah.
case, Resolve, what I'll be doing is prep, since you will be a resident of the area, I will be prepping you. Am I muted?
No,
No,
you're
think
fine.
it's
We can hear you.
Okay. So, as a resident of the area, you will be have knowledge of the general goings on, because this, in terms of Icewind Dale and the Frost Maiden, it's been going on for about 4 years. So you have some knowledge of what's going on. That is possible. We'll discuss it. Alright, good night, you all.
Good
Thank
night.
you for playing.
Thank you,
for
Mike.
stopping by, and thank you all
Thank you,
for
Mike.
watching. Until next
Okay.
time, stay
Bye
warm.
bye.